Start Before You're Ready, episode number 4. I'm Lizzie Lassiter. Today we're talking about AI workflows for yoga teachers. I'm going to share my screen with you and walk you through a recent workflow that I actually did using my favorite AI tools. So, first of all, this is my website, LizzieLassiter.com. If you click here and go to our newsletter, and say, yes, I'd like to receive a free yoga class every month, you're going to receive the classes like the one I'm showing today. So this was a workflow I used to record our new moon mail that goes out once a month. And I would love for you to be on that list. You can also use the link below this YouTube video where I've included the link to specifically say you're interested in Start Before You're Ready, my program, my retreat, etc. Okay, so the first thing I did was write this series called Bolster Dance. And I did that by getting on my yoga mat, early morning, quiet, lighting a candle, everything you know how to do as a yoga teacher, experimenting, playing, putting together my favorite 10 poses that use a bolster. I actually wrote this series for Yoga Journal Germany and did a photo shoot with them last year. And then I wanted to repurpose that series for our new moon mail this past month. So this is the sequence of 10 poses. That came from me, no AI tool. This was my series that I felt in my body. So that's an important first step. Then what I did was I recorded that series, Bolster Dance, on Zoom by myself in my studio here. I did the practice and did a very minimal editing of it. I think one time I sneezed during one of the poses. I cut that out. I use a software called Veed, which I don't have open here to show you, but I'll include the link below. It's a really easy online video editing software. So just like to cut the beginning to make it start fresh. And there's a moment, for example, like here after I'm saying hello and then I walk to the mat. You don't need to see that. I just cut that out. So that's minimal. But the point is, I recorded the class, taught the class to Zoom. Um, and then I have that recording, which I uploaded onto YouTube to share in our new moon mail. And what I did is I also uploaded the recording to this tool called Otter AI. That's a transcription service. So all it does is take the video and give me a transcript of everything that I said in the video. That transcription you can download as a text file. I uploaded then that transcription of the class that I taught, my natural voice, how I would teach that 10 pose series. I uploaded that transcription, that's this text file, into ChatGPT. So that's an AI tool hopefully you're familiar with. Um, I have a paid account, costs me $20 a month. And this is the prompt that I gave it. So I gave it the text file and I said, please extract the instructions, the cues that I give in this yoga class. And I also gave it the series of poses, just so it would also have that. These are the poses I want you. And then for each pose, I'm interested in, and I would love a structured list of cues and instructions that I offer for each pose. So it has the complete transcript of everything I said in the video, and it has the list of poses. And it did an amazing job. Like, of course, I still need to I read over everything, but the time that it takes, this happens within 30 seconds, it now gives me exactly what I said in the poses. Bolster under the head, use a block if more height is needed. Feet wide, toes slightly in, heels out. This is what I said and what I know. And as yoga teachers, it's like when we teach, all this just bubbles up and comes out, verbally, it's all in there. But if I were to sit down from scratch and try to write this out, I don't know if it's a different part of the brain, but I know it would be a lot harder for me, I'm guessing for you, to kind of remember all the things I would say about Cobra Pose. But when I say it in a video and then extract the transcript and upload to ChatGPT, this is such an amazing workflow and tool for me. So what I can do with this, for example, is then I made it into a Google Doc, which has the sequence, and then I listed the cues. I just copy pasted that quickly, edited it very minimally. Um, and now I have this list of cues, and I've created a piece of content, something that is incredibly valuable and useful, I hope, for someone who is watching this video. So if you're watching this video, doing this practice, you have the class series and download the class series PDF. Now I've given the viewer some extra piece of information that they can print. If they're a teacher, they could teach this series, they could print it out and practice this series at home. It's a way that I have used AI in this circle to accelerate my ability to create something useful, to be of service. So I think as a solo creator, it's an incredible tool for me to be able to go from A to Z. And frankly, I've been doing these New Moon Mail classes for years. I never made PDF companion downloads because it felt daunting. It was too much for me. And so I would make the classes and upload them to YouTube. And now I'm able to make a PDF. But that's an example workflow I used recently. Comment below. I personally see all of the comments that come on my YouTube channel. What use case could you imagine for your yoga teaching, for your yoga studio, for your yoga business? I'd love to know how you could imagine using this workflow or a similar workflow to help you. Maybe you run a teacher training and you want to give the list of cues, something like that. So it's a way of, in summary, as I say goodbye, for me, what's so valuable about this is it's a way of moving the number one embodied wisdom that I know from my own practice, because you remember this all started by me playing on my mat. So, my embodied wisdom and my brain based knowledge or memory of how to teach the pose, I'm using these tools to help me get that written down onto paper and ultimately sharing, giving, serving, hopefully the people who are in our circle, the curious yogis that we practice with. Thank you so much for being here. I would be so honored and delighted if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, if you comment below, if you like this video, if you share it with someone who loves yoga. All of these things are extremely helpful. And once again, the newsletter is the place to stay in touch. And you can reply to the newsletter that eventually comes to me. That's the place if you want to let us know that you're interested in Start Before You're Ready. The link is below. If you want to join the New Moon Mail, the link is below. I'll also include a link to all of the tools. Some of them I have affiliate links, but all the links to the tools that I showed today. Inhaling the breath, open the palms away from the body. Exhaling, bring them together in front of the heart. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day.